Know that you are not seeing this message by accident if you are seeing it. It's not the work of a cold, heartless algorithm. It is a deliberate, focused signal from the very core of reality. You have called it forth from your own future. There is a deep reason why this message made it through all the noise in your world to reach you now. There is going to be a huge change in your life, and it's happening right now. This is your last chance to consciously help it happen. At this point, it's not just a thought or a wish. As a quantum phenomenon that can be measured, reality convergence starts to merge with and change your present moment. This is the process by which you have been secretly building a high-probability future timeline with your deepest desires and quietest intentions. Don't leave now. What I'm about to say is not theory. It's the guidebook for the last and most important part of your personal growth. This convergence is real and is happening to you right now. I will show you the basic physics that prove it during our time together. We will find the undeniable proof that your reality is changing, and I will show you how to secure this winning new timeline so it can't be switched back. It's not based on vague spirituality or wishful thinking that this framework was made. To make it work, they used well-known quantum ideas like timeline superposition and the amazing idea of retrocausality. Superposition is the idea that all possible outcomes exist at the same time until they are seen to happen. You have been living your life in a sea of maybes, a fog of all the different possible futures that could happen at any given time. You have given one of those timelines so much energy and focused consciousness through your journey, your focus, your silent prayers, and your unwavering intent that it has started to gain a kind of gravitational dominance. You and the present moment are being pulled towards it. Retrocausality is the scientifically proven idea that the future can and does affect the past, or that an effect can go back in time and come before its cause. The strange, almost unbearable mix of deep hope and deep fear that you are feeling right now is the result of a victory that will be your cause tomorrow. This is the quantum echo of something that happened in the past. Sharing this transmission now makes its signal stronger. You're not just sending a video. You're also sending out an energetic beacon that will help this message find other people who have called it forth like you have. The first thing that your new creative power does is spread when you share. If you know this signal is real, let us know in the comments below that you are ready. My future is calling, and I am listening. This statement should be the moment you consciously answer the phone. An agreement to work with your victorious self who is calling you from the past to help you get home. For this reason, you've been living in a state of intense tension. You're so close to making progress that you can almost taste it. You can just barely feel the texture of this new reality, but it hasn't fully come into being in your three-dimensional world yet. And the difference between what you know is coming and what you see right now is giving you a deep, resonant anxiety that is shaking you to your core. It scares you to think that you might mess things up, that you might say or do the wrong thing, or that one fleeting doubt could break the whole delicate, crystal-clear structure of your future. You're scared that you'll lose everything at the end. Let me be clear. That feeling is not a sign of failure. This is the main sign of timeline convergence. It's the friction burn of your past and future coming together into one. It's the clearest sign that the process is not only going well, but is now moving into its last and most important stage. Feel the strong sense of coincidence that this message came to you at this very moment. This is your first sign. To seal your energetic agreement with the universe, acknowledge it by saying, "I am ready." Let's take a look at the prison you are about to leave. You're not making that feeling of being stuck in a cycle up in your head. It is a physical event that can be measured. Be completely honest when you think about it. No matter how hard you try to escape, the same kinds of financial stress always seem to find you. The same patterns of relationship problems or disappointment, and the same feeling of not moving forward in your career. We've been taught that this is just life, a script of crazy good and bad luck. But the truth is much more direct and up close. We planned this prison from the ground up. No matter what day it is, we build it brick by brick, with no idea what we're doing. The plans for this building are written in the very wiring of your brain. The ancient guardians of universal secrets, like the master Thoth, taught through symbols and metaphors. Now, modern neuroscience has finally caught up with their knowledge. A certain group of neurons fires together every time you think or feel something. Repeating the same worry-filled thoughts or feelings of anger, lack, or fear every day does more than just make you think. It actually strengthens the connections between your neurons. Over time, they turn into neural superhighways, which are automatic circuits that make it nearly impossible to think, feel, or act in any other way. This repetition, on the other hand, doesn't just stay in your head. It leaves behind a strong, constant energetic signature. For a moment, picture yourself as a broadcast tower that sends a signal every day, 7 days a week. That is the exact frequency you are sending into the quantum field if your main transmission is made up of thoughts of lack, I never have enough, anxiety, what if something goes wrong, and the memory of past failures in your cells. The universe doesn't judge your signal because it is a neutral, fair, and infinitely smart field of potential. It does not say whether it is good or bad. Because it is so accurate, it responds by bringing into your life more situations, people, and events that are a perfect vibrational match for that signal. It's not harsh on you. What it does is just show what you are being. That's the main reason why willpower and brute force are never going to work to bring about change. It's like trying to drive a car north with its powerful engine stuck in reverse if your neural pathways are hardwired for negativity and your energetic signature is set for lack. You fight against your own programming all day long, but it doesn't help. The old pattern, the dominant frequency, always wins. Do not think that your deep frustration is a sign of weakness. Instead, it shows that you have been trying to solve a quantum problem with a mechanical tool. If you can relate to this struggle, please show your energetic agreement with this truth by giving this video a like. Think of it as a conscious first step, telling the quantum field that you're ready for a new tool. This programming started a long time ago, before you knew about it. From the time you were very young, you started to take on the beliefs and emotional patterns of your family, culture, and society. Money is the root of all evil. Life is a struggle. You can't trust people. Don't get your hopes up. It wasn't just words. They turned into the basic programs that run in the deepest parts of your operating system, controlling your automatic responses and shaping the way you see the world. Most of your life, you've thought this box was the whole world, which is the scariest thing about living in a box that someone else built for you. But what if there was a way to skip these old neural pathways completely? How would you feel if you could stop this low-frequency broadcasting that happens automatically and send a completely different signal to the universe? Would it be so clear and consistent that it couldn't be ignored? It's not important to fight old habits. They get stronger when you fight them because it gives you energy. Getting rid of them is the key. You have a technology and a forgotten power that is not in your mind, but in a place that modern science is just now starting to map and understand. It is possible for this inner technology to erase decades of programming and start a whole new timeline for your life. There is a key to your freedom that is hidden right in front of you. We have been at war with our own minds for generations when we have tried to change our lives. We fight against bad thoughts, try to be positive, and then scold ourselves when we fail. When you fight this battle, your logical mind isn't the cause of the problem or the command center for the solution, so you almost always lose. Your heart is the rhythmic, powerful, and smart center of your being. It is not the complicated folds of your brain that hold the true control panel and the key to breaking the cycles of your past. And please keep in mind that this is not a poetic figure of speech. Here we have quantum biology. Researchers at cutting-edge labs like HeartMath in California have made a huge discovery that should have instantly changed everything. Researchers looked at the electromagnetic field that the body makes and found that the heart makes a field that is up to 5,000 times stronger than the brain's field. Take a moment to think about that. Your heart is more than just a biological pump that moves blood around your body. By a huge amount, it is the most powerful antenna you have. The thing in question is a quantum device that sends and receives energy and is always talking to the quantum field, which is the invisible web of energy and information that all of physical reality comes from. It's not new to know this. Based on what Thoth taught them, the ancient Egyptians thought that intelligence, the soul, and true consciousness were located in the heart, not the brain. In their view, at the end of life, a person's heart was put on scales and compared to the feather of Maat, the goddess of truth, to see if they had lived a life that was coherent, honest, and in line with what they believed. They understood that the heart was the way to connect with divine intelligence and the real source of all things. In a beautiful turn of events, modern science is now showing that they were right all along, even though they were laughed at and forgotten over the years. It is this beautiful, powerful antenna that holds the key to breaking your cycles of repetition for good. Your mind is like a time machine. It can't stop thinking about the past or worrying about what might happen in the future. But your heart can only feel in the present, in the eternal now. In addition, the powerful magnetic charge that can create a new reality from the infinite possibilities of the quantum field comes from the emotion that is felt. A thought by itself is just a faint possibility, an electrical potential in the field. But when a thought is combined with a clear, strong emotion from the heart, it turns into an electromagnetic command that the universe can't ignore. It turns into a signal that is so strong and clear that it breaks up probability waves and starts to organize energy into matter. What's really wrong with our modern lives is that we are very far away from our hearts. We are taught from birth to think critically, doubt, and be afraid. We shut down the whispers of our intuition and the deep wisdom of our hearts in order to listen to the cold, calculated logic of our brains that are geared towards survival. Our world is full of people who feel empty, alone, and stuck because they aren't connected to anything. It is pointless to try to put out a fire with a fan when we are trying to solve problems we have in our hearts. Your mind can expertly identify and analyze the problem, but only your heart holds the creative power to transmute it. To stay tuned to the frequency of the heart and receive ongoing energetic alignments, subscribe to this channel. Think of it as setting your antenna to a clear, coherent station that will help you remain in this powerful state of creation. If you are ready to shift from thinking to feeling, from mind to heart, declare it in the comments. I am creating from my heart. Let this be a conscious activation of your most powerful antenna, a signal to yourself and the universe that you are now broadcasting from the frequency of coherence and love. But a very specific method is needed to wake up this internal technology that has been sleeping. This isn't just about feeling good in a passive way. It is about creating a state of heart-brain coherence on purpose. This is an energetic and biological alignment that makes a signature that is so clear, strong, and consistent that the quantum field has no choice but to respond. But this activation can't happen whenever it wants to. It doesn't depend on our wants or needs. It depends on a very small and short-lived window of time, a time when the wall between your inner and outer worlds is almost completely gone, and the normal rules of reality bend in your favor. So, how do you use this wonderful key, this heart-based quantum antenna? Answering this question is very important, because you don't have the chance to make such a big change 24 hours a day. You can't make it wait for you or make it work around your schedule. It only shows up very rarely and for a short time, like a glitch in the fabric of your programmed reality. This is the convergence window. It could come to you as a clear, sudden thought that cuts through the noise in your mind like a lightning bolt. It could be an unexpected, uplifting wave of emotions that fills you with a sense of peace or possibility that goes against what you are going through at the moment. If the dream is really vivid and real, it can shake you to your core when you wake up, leaving you with feelings that feel more real than your real life. A portal opens at those one-of-a-kind, holy times. This isn't a real window. It's a hole in the fabric of space-time, a tear in the veil of everyday perception. You can be as creative as you want to be right now, because your energy field is perfectly aligned with the quantum field's infinite possibilities. There is a holy moment when it seems like the universe itself stops, leans in close, and whispers, "Now, what do you really want to make? Show me the sign of the reality you want to see." At that point, your natural ability to create a new reality and collapse a new timeline from the overlapping of all possible futures is 1,000 times stronger. That's when things change. It's your golden chance to change the rules of your life on purpose. Another problem is that this window is very small and closes very quickly. This is where the huge danger lies. What the ancient sages and mystics knew is now backed up by modern neuroscience. The brain is first and foremost a machine for survival. It is cleverly made to keep things stable, create continuity, and bring things back to the familiar. The brain's basic operating system sees new things, especially big changes in consciousness or emotion, as possible threats to that stability. Some very thorough studies have shown that the brain will automatically forget a new piece of information, a new state of being, or a new emotional experience within as little as 48 to 72 hours, if it is not consistently and consciously reinforced. The door that miraculously opened starts to swing back shut, locked again by the strong pull of your past. Your analytical mind quickly takes back control thanks to a lifetime of programming based on doubt, skepticism, and evidence from the past. It will explain away that deep experience, calling it nothing more than a coincidence, a pleasant daydream, or a silly, fleeting thought. When the portal shuts, you are thrown back into your old life without any ceremony, where your old ways of thinking and feeling keep you locked up. This means that the person you are right now, when you are mentally clear, may have a chance that the person you will be tomorrow, when your old habits start to show again, may have lost forever. Thoth, who was said to know the math behind the universe and the moon and star cycles, had a deep understanding of how opportunities in the universe change over time. He taught that there were exact times to plant and certain times to harvest, and that ignoring these sacred cycles would mean failure. This same unchangeable principle applies directly to how you change. The convergence window doesn't just open up. You helped make this alignment possible by searching inside yourself for something more. It's a gift, a rare and valuable alignment. There is a powerful message in the fact that you still choose the painful safety of your prison over the glorious unknown of your freedom if you waste it and let it close without taking action. So the challenge isn't just seeing the window when it opens. It's also being ready to act right away, with conviction and authority, before your fear-based, reactive mind can mess up the whole thing. You need something. There needs to be a clear, useful, and strong way for you to lock in this new energy and frequency and let your brain, body, and the universe know that this change is real, will last, and is happening now. Luckily, this tool exists. It's so incredibly easy and quick that it goes against everything we've ever learnt about how long and hard it takes to make real change. There's no need to go to a monastery or meditate alone for hours on top of a mountain. Rituals that are hard to understand are not necessary. The technology you need to take advantage of the chance in that short convergence window is surprisingly easy to use, shockingly direct, and only takes 3 minutes of your time. Performing this protocol right after waking up is the most powerful and effective time to do it. When you're in that sweet spot between dreamland and wakefulness, before your analytical mind can take over with its daily list of worries, obligations, and fears, your subconscious mind is most open and ready to learn new things. It's the thinnest the veil has ever been. As soon as you wake up, don't even think about getting on the phone or putting your feet on the floor. Just sit comfortably in bed. Close your eyes slowly again and put one or both hands over the middle of your chest, right above your heart. Now start to breathe slowly and deeply, but there is one important difference. As you concentrate, picture that the air you breathe is not coming in through your nose or mouth, but is going in and out of your heart center. You can start to move your consciousness from your analytical, thinking brain to the feeling, knowing center of your heart by visualizing this simple but powerful image. This is the first thing that needs to be done to turn on its beautiful electromagnetic antenna. Now that your mind is off of your heart, you are going to do something that your logical mind will find crazy or even silly. You are going to consciously start to feel a strong emotion, as if the future you want were already possible right now. It's not enough to just think about being grateful. You need to feel grateful in every part of your body for the great health you now have. Instead of just picturing plenty, you need to feel the strong, freeing emotions of freedom, security, and wholeness, as if all of your financial needs were met in the most beautiful and abundant ways. Even if you're by yourself right now, feel the deep love, warmth, and connection of a great relationship. There is a high-tech spiritual operation going on right now that you are doing. You are combining a strong desire, the electrical charge of a thought about the future, with a strong emotion, the magnetic charge that comes from your heart. When these two things come together, they make a strong, coherent, and completely new electromagnetic signature. In a very real sense, you are sending the quantum field a new broadcast signal. You are consciously sending out the frequency of fullness, receiving, and already having, instead of the familiar frequency of lack, waiting, and hoping when you wake up. From the level of the cells up, you are teaching your body what it feels like to already be the person you want to be. This 3-minute ritual, which is done the same way every morning, is a declaration of sovereign power. Since you are a conscious creator, you are telling your brain and the universe, "I'm not waiting for my outside world to change before I feel good. I will feel good first, and I will embody the frequency of my victory right now. By doing this, my external reality will have to change to match my new state of being. You stop being a passive effect of your life and start being a strong cause of it. You are slowly changing your body so that it can live in a different future instead of unconsciously going back to the same predictable past. This reconditioning needs to be done consistently. Make the choice to subscribe so that you get the ongoing energetic downloads and reminders you need to lock in this new programming. It is your anchor to this new timeline. This method may seem very simple to some, but its power comes not from how complicated it is, but from how directly it uses the basic physics of biology and energy. There is more to these 3 minutes than just positive thinking. You are starting a chain reaction of strong genetic and biochemical changes in your body. In your heart, you have pure energy that you are turning into the solid matter of your life. Comment: I am the cause, not the effect. If you're committing to this daily practice of recalibration, every day say this affirmation to yourself to remind yourself that your reality is not happening to you, but responding from you. And there is so much scientific proof of what happens next that it almost seems like magic to our ancestors. It may sound like this is just a simple way to improve your mood, but when you do this recalibration protocol, your body is actually going through something very real. The effects can be seen and felt, can be measured, and are very powerfully changing. In the groundbreaking field of biology called epigenetics, we are now entering the revolutionary territory of what ancient masters and mystics have been teaching for thousands of years. Epigenetics, whose name means control above the genes, has broken the old, fixed idea that your genes decide what will happen to you. The truth gives you a lot more power. Your genes are more like a huge library of possible outcomes, a blueprint that holds a huge number of options. What you think, and more importantly, how you consistently feel, are like the head librarians who choose which books will be taken off the shelves and read into existence. Imagine that each of your genes is like a million little light switches. Feelings like fear, anger, resentment, and victimization are based on stress and the need to survive. These emotions turn on genes that are linked to inflammation, aging faster, and many diseases. These feelings literally tell your body's chemistry to get ready for an outside threat. They take all of your valuable energy and resources away from healing, growing, and regenerating and put them into a state of emergency. Living in this low-frequency state for a long time makes your body break down from the inside out, making you more likely to get all kinds of health problems. When you intentionally and consciously cultivate strong, unified emotions like gratitude, joy, love, and awe, as you do in the 3-minute protocol, on the other hand, you set off a whole different set of genetic light switches. By doing this, you are giving your body a new chemical message that turns on the genes for strong health, deep cellular repair, the production of powerful antioxidants, and long life. By doing this, you are telling your body that it is in a safe, creative, and thriving space. This lets it stop responding to emergencies and focus on healing and growing. There is now no doubt in my mind that changing your emotional state can literally heal your body and improve your biology. The amazing effects of this practice have been documented by thorough scientific studies. In controlled experiments, people who practiced feeling these strong emotions for just a few minutes every day saw big changes in the way hundreds of genetic proteins were expressed in less than a week. It was clear that their immune systems got stronger. Signs of inflammation in their blood dropped, and genes that help repair your DNA were turned on. You're not just better in mood. In fact, you are changing the code in your body right now. Amplify the frequency of this powerful truth. Liking this transmission sends a coherent ripple of energy into the collective, strengthening your own cellular recalibration. It is an act of acknowledging the alchemist you are. In other words, you are the alchemist that people have been looking for. It was never about changing base metals into valuable ones when the legendary and mysterious change of lead into gold happened. As a metaphor for how people's minds change, it was always very deep. Your old, programmed personality, with its set of limiting thoughts and low-frequency, survival-based emotions, is the lead. Your awakened self, the fullest expression of your divine potential, is the gold. By changing your inner energy through the harmony of your heart, you are changing your body's matter, sacred cell by sacred cell. This understanding takes us right to the heart of the message that Thoth and other great masters worked so hard to send. They were not talking about outside gods who could do good things if they wanted to. They were teaching the rules that apply to everything in the world. They knew that consciousness and energy always come before matter. The central revelation, the secret that ties together everything we've talked about so far, is the most basic and shocking truth about reality and your place as a sovereign being within it. Now, with perfect clarity, all of the pieces of this beautiful puzzle start to fit together. Thoth and the other great ancient sages left a message for people that was hidden in secret texts and coded in complicated holy symbols. It was never about performing magical rituals to please faraway gods. This book was a clear, step-by-step guide to understanding the basic physics of reality. This is the main idea, the big and final secret of everything. You don't attract what you want into your life. What you are energetically comes into your life. A perfect holographic mirror of your internal energetic signature, your external physical reality is and always will be. Take a moment to really think about this. Your current life, with all of its good and bad things, is not just a random collection of lucky and unlucky events. It is a direct, perfect reflection of the most important mix of your most common thoughts and feelings. People who are constantly worried about money will keep running into situations in their daily lives that make their worry seem completely reasonable. If your relationship vibration is one of mistrust, you will be drawn to people and events that support your belief that you can't trust others. You are not being punished by the universe. It's not giving you anything. In simple terms, it is always responding to your broadcast. It looks like a mirror. So, making changes in your life has never been about going against out there. It's never been about trying to control other people, make things go the way you want them to, or work yourself completely tired. This is the pointless behavior of a prisoner who spends all day painting the walls of their cell without noticing that the door is open. Resetting your inner world is the only way to find real, long-lasting, and miraculous freedom. As you do the Recalibration Protocol and work on making your heart and brain work together, you change your energetic signature in a fundamental way. The low-frequency signal of the victim stops being sent, and the high-frequency, coherent signal of the creator starts to be sent. When you do this, you stop being a leaf blown around by the wind of life and become the conductor of your own energy, the conscious leader of your own orchestra. The universe used to look like an outside force forcing a reality on you, but now it starts to perfectly reflect the new reality you are creating from within. You can't open doors by kicking them down. You are now the exact key that fits the lock, so they open. This is the key to making things with your mind. This is the most important revelation ever. You don't have to beg, fight, ask, or hope. All you have to do is think and feel like the person who already has, does, and is what they want. This is how Thoth's most famous teaching, the principle of correspondence, really works in real life. As within, so without. What's above, so below. This is not a philosophy that can be set against. It is a formula that needs to be used. Your reality is what you hear. It is necessary to change the signal you send if you do not like the feedback you are getting. Most people spend their whole lives trying to change the way they look in the mirror, but they never realize that they need to change how they see themselves. If this basic idea of how things are made speaks to you, claim your power by saying in the comments, "My inner world creates my outer world." This act should be seen as you leaving the audience and taking the stage of your life, becoming the director with all the power and responsibility that comes with that. These people scream at the mirror, beg it, and bargain with it, but the reflection can only copy what they do. When you understand and use this ultimate principle, you leave the victim game and enter the creator game right away. There is no heavy weight of guilt when you take full responsibility for your life. Instead, there is the freeing thrill of power. Because if your past energy helped make this reality possible, then you have the power to make a new one as well. And once you start to act from this new level of consciousness, this new state of being, the universe starts to work in ways that will seem nothing short of miraculous to you. As soon as you start to live in this new way, as soon as your energy level starts to rise and stay at this higher, more coherent level, magical things start to happen in the outside world. Things, events, and chances that didn't seem likely or even possible before start to show up in your life with an almost unsettling ease and grace. A friend you haven't talked to in years will come to mind, and later that same day, that friend will send you a message out of the blue. Something completely out of the blue will give you a job opportunity that seems like it was made just for your unique interests and skills. You will suddenly have a very clear idea of how to solve a money or relationship problem that has been bothering you for years. This could happen while you are in the shower or on a nature walk. There is no chance in these events. They're not lucky. In the real world, they are proof that the quantum field is responding to your new energetic signature. There are signs in the universe that tell you you are on the right track. They are called synchronicities. People see them as the universe winking at them to let you know that your new message has been received and that the physical world is now changing to match your new vibration. Accept the universe's wink by giving it your own. To increase your susceptibility to these synchronicities, like this video. Say a positive thank you ahead of time for the signs that are already on their way to you. Matter, time, people, and events are being rearranged by the universe to make a perfect picture of your new state of mind. The right people, those who are in tune with your new frequency of joy, abundance, and purpose, will be drawn into your life by a force you can't see. At the same time, the people and situations that fit your old energy of lack, struggle, and being a victim will start to drift away naturally and peacefully, often without any drama or conflict. You will find that you don't even need to cut the ties. They just fall apart because there is no longer any energy resonance to hold them together. If you trust this process and are ready to let go of what doesn't serve you, let us know in the comments. I release the old and embrace the flow. This is an act of faith, letting go of the need to be in charge, and an open invitation for the universe to bring you more magical than you can imagine synchronicities. You are going to stop fighting. You will stop forcing things to happen. You will learn to calm down and go with the flow of life's current, instead of desperately swimming against it. This will help you understand with deep peace that life's current is, and always has been, taking you exactly where you want to go. You will start to see the results you want happen for you, and they will often happen in ways that are much more creative, smart, and beautiful than anything your limited logical mind could have thought of. Life stops being a battle and turns into a dance, a joyful creation that you and the universe's infinite intelligence work together to make. Thoth taught that a truly aligned being doesn't have to work for what they want, because the universe gives them what they want through the law of resonance, not what they work for. When you work hard, strain, or struggle, it means you are still stuck in your old frequency of lack and separation. Manifesting is a natural, easy, and joyful process when you work from the new frequency of unity, wholeness, and worthiness. Things are not going the way you want them to. It is just showing you what you have already become inside. In spite of this, the biggest and most subtle danger of the whole journey appears just at this thrilling moment when the miracles start to happen and your new reality starts to take shape. Your enemy is quiet and sneaky, and it doesn't come from outside, but from inside you. It is a force that will do everything it can to pull you back into the cold comfort of your old prison, just as you are about to step into the light of real freedom. It is possible for this force to stop all of your progress if you are not careful and ready. As your new life starts to take shape, as synchronicities become a daily language and you start to feel the freedom that comes with being truly free, an inner enemy that you have been hiding comes out to play. The voice of doubt, which comes from your old, conditioned self, is the biggest danger on this whole journey. Your ego has been identifying with the story of struggle and suffering for a long time. When it realizes it is losing control, it will start to panic. It will do everything it can to stop you from moving forward and drag you back to the painful familiarity of your old prison. It will start to whisper in your ear in the lulling voice of false reason. This seems too good to be true, it says. It was just a lucky break. It's only temporary. You don't deserve to be so happy. To make things fair, something bad has to happen. You need to know that these thoughts are not your own. They are the last lines of defense for an identity that is dying. That's why the ego wants to stay in the known, even if it means being in a cell of pain and limitation. At least it knows who it is and how to stay alive there. You bring back your old energetic signature every time you hesitate. Listen to that voice of doubt, or start to worry about the future or complain about the past. It's like trying to tune in to a new, lovely radio station that plays the music of your soul. But a part of you keeps switching back to the old station that plays static and bad news. This wavering, this indecision, makes your new signal weaker and throws the quantum field into chaos. Being unable to decide is a strong message to the universe. I am not yet fully ready for this new reality, it says. My old history of pain is still holding me back, and the field just does what it's told because it is neutral and wise infinity. It stops making your new reality happen, takes a step back, and waits for you to send a signal that is clear, logical, and consistent. A lot of people give up at this point. There is a beautiful glimpse of the magic, and they see proof that this change is real. But the brightness of their own light drives them crazy. They feel more at ease in the familiar shadows of who they used to be. Don't forget how strong this self-sabotage is. This is the main reason why so few people are able to keep up a real and lasting change. Do not let yourself fall asleep again. Treat the notification bell as your personal guardian, a steady signal to keep you anchored in your power and in line with your new reality. And subscribe to it to maintain the vigilance necessary to pass this final test. In order to get through this last phase, you have to be very alert all the time and choose to trust the process and ignore the noise from your old mind. You can't go back now that you've come so far. You're at a fork in the road. Not tomorrow or next week, but right now, in this moment that will never end. This message will not show up on your timeline again, not because it will delete itself, but because it has served its purpose. It was meant to open the window, to remind you of the power in your heart that you have forgotten about, to give you the key and show you the lock. The next step is up to you alone. When you wake up tomorrow, what are you going to do? Will you grab your phone and dive back into the hypnosis of the outside world, letting the old programming take back its space? Instead, are you going to stand up, put your hand on your heart, and choose the frequency of your future before anyone else can tell you who you are? The answer to that one question will decide what will happen to you. Thoth, the great guardian of this knowledge, taught that you are always connected to the power that made the universe. You were always the one who made things. You had just forgotten how to make things. We've been on this trip to remember. The window is wide open. You can make your choice. What are you going to do? The signal has been sent to you. Please send this message to someone else you know is ready to wake up. This is your job. This last action is more than just sharing content. It's a deliberate spreading of light, the highest expression of a creator who knows that the energy they send out shapes the world they make.